Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Please charge it to my head and not my heart. I know this video is a couple days late. To be honest with you all, me and my husband had recorded a video to actually post on Thursday, the day that I turned 8 weeks, but the video was like 20 minutes long. And I was okay with uploading a 20-minute video, but my phone, because I record these videos on my phone, my phone didn't have enough space for me to record, for me to edit, and for me to reload it back on my phone. You know, like the edited version. Excuse me, the edited version. So I had to re-record. So this is Sunday. It is a couple weeks after I have turned 8 weeks, but I'm here. I'm gonna try my best to upload this video tonight. I'm doing the thing.
What are you talking to America?
Lando, I'm gonna do this real quick. So, come on, I'm trying to have her for Zeva get home.
Go ahead.
Close the door, she don't want you looking at, Lando, she don't want you in her
This
room.
look like an Indian thing.
Okay, Lando, can you hurry up? So, I'm trying to,
Go ahead.
that's why the video was so long, because Orlando. So again, I do apologize, but before I get into this video, I definitely want to just say thank you to everyone. If you like, if you subscribe, if you comment, especially all the comments that the congratulations, the comments that people were saying that they felt just like the love, that they basically cried with us. I've had people tell me their stories, and people who have asked us to pray for them, and we definitely have been praying for you all. Anyone that is out there that are still trying to conceive, that is having problems with conceiving, definitely every single night we are praying for you all. So I just want to say thank you. I had a couple questions, but if I have time in the video, I would definitely answer those. But I want to get straight into what has been happening to me these last 4 weeks. And when I tell y'all, when they say every pregnancy is different, that is the honest truth. With my first pregnancy, easy. I would do it a million times more if I could go through pregnancy the same way I went through pregnancy that time. It was easy. And you would think it would be harder since I was carrying 2. But this one child here, because yes, we are only having one child. This one child here, I don't know what is going on. I personally think it's a girl, because I've been having morning sickness like crazy. And when I mean my morning sickness, it's just a lot of nausea. I just feel like every day I wake up, I have to throw up. Every single day. I go through the day with this constant nasty taste in my mouth that I cannot get rid of. Nothing I eat really satisfy me. I can never eat my whole meal and be satisfied, because it's just, I just feel sick afterwards. I finally, like a couple days ago, threw up, but that didn't help no more. You know, that really did not help, because when I threw up, it tastes like straight up acid. Like, I don't know, because my stomach, it was empty or whatever the case may be, but it was just terrible. So morning sickness have been on deck. It hasn't been to the point of that, you know, I'm feeling sick, like I feel like I have to take medication for it, because I know it is some medicine they can give you, but it is definitely there. So hopefully that will subside in the next couple weeks, you know, after my first trimester, I guess. Hopefully that will subside and whatever. But I'm going to get straight into it. We had our first doctor's appointment. I was 5 weeks, 7 days. So I was 1 day almost about to turn 6 weeks. And when I tell y'all, that doctor's appointment was strange, it was strange. And what I mean by strange is it was just really one thing that kind of took me for a loop, like, okay. They made me do a 1-hour glucose test on my very first appointment. And I was only like, I'll say 6 weeks. And I was like, okay, you know, that's kind of strange. I thought normally they don't do those tests until you like way further along. But of course, because of my weight, and I didn't have this problem last time, because of course I was like 50 pounds lighter, probably more in my first pregnancy. But with this pregnancy, I guess because of my weight, they wanted to make sure I wasn't going to have like no early signs of diabetes or whatever the case may be. So I had to take the 1-hour glucose test. We did the regular routine, the regular body check, the regular vaginal check or whatever the case may be. Everything came back good. The glucose test came back good. I don't have no signs of diabetes. They did say my iron is a little low, but my iron is always low. I always had low iron. So they said the prenatal pill should help with that. So that was really the first appointment. You know, it wasn't long. You know, it was straight to it. I was just a little weird that they would offer me that 1 hour glucose test. And I also got my flu shot. And I know that's kind of, some people may say, why would you get it and all that kind of stuff? I decided to get it. I get it every year. It's already done. I got it. So I got my flu shot. So that was the first appointment. Now, after our first appointment, she was like, you know, we're going to get you scheduled for your very first ultrasound. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm thinking, okay, ultrasound probably going to be way later, like in the next couple of weeks, because I'm only like 6 weeks. So I'm like, I know normally they probably don't do your first ultrasound to you like 8 weeks, maybe even 12 weeks. I don't know. They don't do your first ultrasound to you a little bit further along. So she was like, the lady who scheduled me, she was like, we can do it tomorrow. So tomorrow would have been my 6 weeks. I would have been 6 weeks. So I was like, oh, okay, that's kind of early. I'm like, okay, whatever. So of course we get to the ultrasound the next day and they do the vaginal ultrasound. And I'm already nervous. You know what I'm saying? Any pregnancy you go through, you're going to be nervous. Something could happen. You get bad news, whatever the case may be. And it was so crazy. And I forgot to say this. We went to our ultrasound that Thursday. That Monday before, so that same week, that Monday, I had woke up in the middle of the night because I was cramping a little bit, but it was because I felt like it was because my stomach was hurting. I had like a mild case of diarrhea and my stomach was hurting. So I thought it was just a normal, oh my God, my stomach is hurting. I got to go use the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom. I really didn't do anything. I guess I just had to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom and I had wiped myself and I saw 2 spots of blood and they was like bright red. So as soon as I saw that, my heart just dropped. I was like, Lord Jesus, please do not tell me this is what I think it is, because I've never had that. You get what I'm saying? And only thing I can think of that's a sign of a miscarriage. It's a sign of a miscarriage. And plus I'm cramping. So of course it was just, that just really took me for a loop. And when I got back to bed, Orlando was asleep, but he was like weeping in his sleep, like he was crying. So I was like, oh my God, Lord, don't tell me he's dreaming about something bad. And I immediately woke him up and I was like, Orlando, what is wrong? What's wrong? What would you dream about? And I forgot what he told me, but later on, he was like, he had a dream that somebody had told him that we wasn't pregnant. You know what I'm saying? So that really took me for a loop. So fast forward to the day of the ultrasound. So we go inside the ultrasound and we do the vaginal thing. And the lady, you know, first she was like, okay, I'm going to do my own little measurements and I'm going to turn the screen to you all so you all can see what I see. So I'm like, okay. So she doing her little measurements and she really not saying anything. So then she was like, okay, y'all going to be a little disappointed. And I was like, what do you mean we're going to be disappointed? As soon as she said that, I'm just like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, lady? What do you mean we're going to be disappointed? And she was like, we only can see the sac. You're too early to really see the baby. So I was like, okay, what does that mean? Like, you can just see the sac. So basically she was like, I don't understand why your doctor sent you in here so early, but since you're so early, my machine is not picking up on the baby. Basically the baby was way too small for even for it to pick up on the ultrasound screen. So she gave us a picture of just a sac. It was just a circle, and I'm gonna try to insert that picture, but it was just a circle. And she was like, this is where the baby is supposed to be. So I was like, okay, whatever. So that kind of took me for a loop. And you know, I'm just like, okay, Lord, don't tell me something don't happen between Monday and now. You get what I'm saying? And of course, that whole day I had to go to work later on that day. You know, actually, no, I had went to work earlier that day. But still, just having to think about this, and really on the outside, I was like, oh, that kind of thing. But on the inside, I was like literally like tearing apart. So we finally scheduled a appointment for when I turned 8 weeks. So we went into the 8-week appointment, and as soon as she inserted the wand, because I had to do another vaginal ultrasound, she was like, okay, we can see something. And when she said that, I said, thank you, Jesus. So of course we was able to see the baby. Of course it's still real small. I think they said it's the size of a strawberry or a raspberry. So we was able to see the baby. The baby has grown. Of course it has, you know, it has grown, not that much, but it has grown. We was able to hear the heartbeat. I forgot to ask her how many beats per minute, but she said it was a very strong heartbeat. And of course we got a couple of pictures, so I would definitely insert those pictures in the video so you can see it. But everything is good. I'm so sorry we had you all waiting, because it was a couple people that was like, hey, where's the update? Where's the update? And I was like, Lord, I got to get this update up. So everything is good. Everything is just going well. Besides the morning sickness, everything is pretty good. I'm really still in shock, y'all. I'm really still in shock. And it's just, I don't know, it's just amazing. I truly thank God for everything. But that was our first appointment, our first or second, how you want to call it, ultrasound. And I think she said I probably won't be back for ultrasound till like 20 weeks when we find out what we having. And for real, y'all, I hope it's a girl.
It's a boy.
Thank you, Orlando. I knew you was gonna do that. But I don't care what it is. I just want to be healthy and chunky. I want something I can squeeze. I want a baby I can squeeze.
You gonna squeeze a chunky boy.
Okay. Well, either way, I want something I can just want something I can squeeze. So everything is going good. I'm trying to think about some questions some people had. I think one question that a couple people had was, what did we do differently this time around? And I'm gonna be so honest with y'all. Be honest with you, because I asked Orlando the same thing. I was like, what did we do differently? And the only thing I can remember doing differently is like maybe 2 weeks. No, it was the month before my last cycle, before we found out we was pregnant. When we got a negative, I was like, okay, Lord, something is wrong. You feel what I'm saying? I don't want to have to go to the doctor and they just tell me that I need to lose some weight. So I want to make up in my mind that I need to start eating healthier. So for that first 2 weeks after my last cycle, I was eating just chicken and fish, vegetables, straight water. I had went to the gym a couple of times. That was really the only thing I did differently. And to be honest with you, I don't even think I lost 5 pounds. Like, I didn't lose really no weight. It was just I was eating differently. And really, that was only 2 weeks, the very first 2 weeks of that month. The last 2 weeks, before we found out we was pregnant, I really wasn't eating all that well. I wasn't eating like, you know, bad food, but I really wasn't eating as good as I was eating the first 2 weeks. So I don't know if that was the only thing we did differently, that I did differently. I just ate a little better, you know, all that kind of stuff. And only thing I can honestly think of is that we just had sex around the right time. And of course, God, that's the only thing I can really think of. So I'm sorry if I didn't give you enough advice on what to do differently, but be honest with you, I don't remember doing anything differently. I ate a little bit better and we did the bang bang boogie. That's the only thing I can think of. So
Really?
Bang bang boogie, yes.
No one says that.
Anyway, so that's the only thing I can think of. So I think that's all anyone had asked me in regards to what we do differently and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I'm sorry y'all, my video had cut off on me, but that was really it. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I pray that you all will like, subscribe, invite more people, whatever the case may be. But today is Sunday. I hope y'all had a great weekend. I hope y'all will have a great week, and I would definitely be inserting my 8-week belly so you can see that. Y'all have a great day. I love y'all. Have a blessed week. Peace. So this is my stomach with my shirt down in the front here. This is it from this side with my shirt down. This is from the front with my shirt up. But this is my stomach with the shirt up in the front. And this is my stomach with my shirt down from the side. So this is my 8-week stomach. Yeah, have a good one. Bye.
Hey, little fella.
See that little flicker in there?